I need to show you something about the 2027 Mercedes C-Class that nobody is talking about. Because Mercedes didn't just update this car, they went back and fixed three things that owners complained about for years: the slow screen, the tight back seat, and that bumpy ride that just didn't feel right for a luxury car. If you're thinking about buying a C-Class, or if you already own one and want to know if it's time to upgrade, stay with me. Because what changed in 2027 might completely change your decision. The C-Class is not a cheap car. It's not a sports car either. It sits right in the middle, a car that people buy because they want something nice, comfortable, and practical every single day. But in the last couple of years, buyers started choosing the BMW 3 Series or the Genesis G70 instead. Not because the Mercedes badge is worse, but because those cars just felt better to drive and live with day to day. Mercedes noticed, and this time, instead of just changing how the car looks, they fixed the actual problems. And this is where things get interesting, because not everything was fixed equally. Some changes are really impressive. Others still need a second look before you decide. Let's start with the outside, and I'll keep this short, because the look was never the problem with this car. The 2027 C-Class still looks clean and sharp. Mercedes kept the same basic shape, but made small updates. The front grille is a little wider. The headlights have a new daytime running light shape. The front bumper looks a bit more modern and confident. It still comes as a regular sedan or a wagon. For most buyers, the sedan is the one to look at. For the wheels, you can get 17, 18, or 19-inch options. If you plan to drive this car in all kinds of weather and on normal roads, the 18-inch is the best choice. The 19-inch looks great in photos, but you'll feel every bump and crack in the road. But the real story is what's inside. And this is where the 2027 really earns your attention. The seats are completely new. Mercedes changed the padding inside and improved the back support. This might sound like a small thing, but anyone who drove the old C-Class on a long road trip knows. After 2 hours, your back started talking to you. That problem is gone now. The front seats have 12 adjustments as standard, even on the basic trim. You can move them forward, back, up, down, tilt them, adjust the lumbar. You'll find your perfect position fast. Now the back seat. This was one of the biggest complaints about the old model. For a car at this price, the back seat just felt too small. Mercedes added about 35 millimeters of extra legroom. That's about 1.5 inches. It doesn't sound like much, but it makes a real difference. A tall adult can now sit in the back for an hour without feeling uncomfortable. That's what this car needed. Let's talk about noise, because this is one of the best things about the 2027. The cabin is noticeably quieter. Mercedes put special glass on all the windows, not just the front, and added extra sound insulation in the doors and under the floor. What this means when you're driving: at highway speed, you hear almost nothing. Wind noise is very low. Road noise from rough surfaces is much reduced. It feels like a bigger, more expensive car inside. That kind of quietness makes long drives much less tiring. The screen and text system has been upgraded with faster hardware. The old system had a slight delay when you touch something. Small, but annoying. The new system responds right away, every time. And one thing Mercedes got right that many rivals got wrong: they kept real physical buttons for the air conditioning and the volume. You don't have to dig through menus to change the temperature. That's a smart decision. If you're still comparing this car with a few other options, the next part might help you make up your mind. The 2027 C-Class uses a mild hybrid engine. Don't let that word confuse you. It just means there's a small electric helper that works with the petrol engine. It makes the car feel smoother and saves a little fuel. The basic version, the C200, has 204 horsepower. For everyday driving, going to work, motorway trips, school runs, it's more than enough. It's smooth, quiet, and doesn't feel stressed. The C300 steps up to 258 horsepower. If you want a little more confidence when overtaking or joining fast roads, this one is worth the extra cost. If you find this kind of honest, simple car information useful, consider subscribing. We cover all the big 2027 models in the same way. No hype, just the real stuff. The gearbox has 9 speeds and works quietly in the background. You won't notice it changing gears, which is exactly how it should be. The steering feels a little more connected than the old model. You have a slightly better sense of the road without it feeling nervous in town. In normal, mixed driving, some city, some motorway, the C200 gives you around 14 to 16 kilometers per liter of fuel. The C300 uses a bit more, maybe 10 to 12% extra in exchange for the extra power. For most people, the C200 is the smarter pick for fuel costs. Unless you regularly carry 4 or 5 people or spend a lot of time at high speed on the motorway. Mercedes has also extended the time between services. On the 2027, you only need an oil change every 25,000 kilometers under normal use. Over 3 years of ownership, that's a real saving in both time and money. The car comes with a 4-year, 80,000 kilometer warranty. That's decent, but it's worth knowing that Genesis G70 offers longer warranty coverage at a similar price. If long-term peace of mind is your top priority, that's something to think about honestly. On resale value, the C-Class holds its value well, especially the simpler versions. If you go crazy adding expensive optional extras, the resale value tends to drop more. Keep the options sensible, and the car keeps its value better over time. So how does the 2027 C-Class sit against the competition? Let me be direct. Versus the BMW 3 Series, the C-Class is now the better choice if you care about a quiet, smooth, comfortable ride every day. The 3 Series is more fun to drive, more sporty, and better if you enjoy the driving itself. But if you commute, travel, and just want to arrive relaxed, the C-Class wins in 2027. Versus the Genesis G70. The G70 is excellent value and comes with a longer warranty. The C-Class beats it now on interior quality feel and the brand's dealership network. For most buyers, the Mercedes name still means something when it comes to service and support. Versus the Audi A4. These two are very similar in character. Both are calm, refined, and built for comfort rather than excitement. The C-Class is now ahead on screen speed and backseat space, but Audi still offers a better safety and driver assist technology package overall. Here's the bottom line on the 2027 Mercedes C-Class. It's not trying to be the fastest car. It's not trying to be the cheapest. What it's trying to be is the best everyday luxury car for people who want to feel good every single time they get in. And with the new seats, the quieter cabin, the bigger back seat, and the faster screen, it's finally delivering on that promise properly. These were real problems. They fixed them. That matters. If you drive mostly in the city, take regular long trips, and want a car that feels calm, comfortable, and well-made every single day, the 2027 C-Class is one of the smartest choices you can make right now in this price range. Which feature matters most to you? The quieter cabin, the bigger back seat, or the improved tech? Tell me in the comments. I read every one.